Parker Town Council meeting at 7:04 p.m. All council members are present. Councilwoman Renee Williams is logged in remotely, and so is Councilwoman Cheryl Pogue. Both of them are logged in via Zoom. So I'm just gonna, before we get going, before we do the pledge, just to remind all those people watching at home, if you're watching through Facebook Live and there's a point for public comment is taken through the Zoom meeting, not through Facebook Live. So posting comments on the Facebook Live feed does not get it into the queue for public comment. You'll have to follow the link on there to go to the Zoom meeting if you're wanting to give public comment on a specific item. So with that, if everyone would please join me in honoring our nation with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. All right. So first up, we've got a special presentation. Council and friends watching from home. We've got here in front of me here, I'm going to read a little bit about something pretty cool that happened. It ended up being pretty cool. Former student from Cherokee Trail Elementary School went missing, and teachers and staff from Cherokee Trail Elementary, along with the student's friends and mother, jumped into action. They searched tirelessly and were finally able to locate him more than 6 hours later. And today we're recognizing this group of exemplary Parker citizens for their dedication, heroism, and sacrifice. So what we've got up here, I'm going to read their names. And I don't know, Tom, can you zoom in from way over there? We've got these certificates that we're going to be sending out to each of them since everyone's not able to be here in person because of all the state restrictions, but we've got, and I'm going to apologize if I massacre y'all's names, and I know some of you are here on the Zoom call, so you're more than welcome to say something once I get through all the names, but again, I'll apologize if I butcher them. Aubrey Duncan, who's a Cherokee Trail staff member. Jessica Ranieri, who's a Cherokee Trail staff member. Denise Hollowell, Cherokee Trail staff member. Jane Steiner, Cherokee Trail staff member. Kyla Phelps, Cherokee Trail staff member, Kristen Marsh, who's a community member, and Brock Marsh, who's a student and friend of the student who was missing. You guys are examples of what makes Parker so unique and what makes the people who call Parker home so amazing. Thank you guys so much for being willing to step up and help out in an emergency situation. So, hey, for the few of us that are around here, give them all a big round of applause. All right, now I can see that Kristen and Brock are on here because I can see you guys on the screen. You guys have anything to say? You have to unmute yourself. Or we'll ask you math questions,
so
Brock.
When I emailed in, I truly just wanted to make sure that the teachers and staff at Cherokee Trail were honored because they're amazing. I mean, and this is just a drop in the hat of the things that they do, and they are amazing, and they bless this community, and they're the pride of Parker.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Oh, we got something with a big password that just popped up. That's kind of, all right. I also see that we've got Jessica on here. Now, Jessica, did I totally mess up your last name?
No, it's Ranieri. You did pretty good.
Close enough. I said an East Coast version, I guess, right? Did you have anything you wanted to add?
I am East Coast. I'm Italian from New York, so yep.
Did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
I'm sorry?
Did you have anything else, anything that you'd like to add?
No, it's so nice because Cherokee Trail, they're really like our family. So Brock and Gio, I taught, how many years ago? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Yeah, and they're not even there yet. But the best part about our school, and I moved here from New York. I've taught in a couple different places. I was in New York and then Las Vegas, then back in New York. And I chose Cherokee Trail because it's just like, it's a family, and it was so I'm so proud of you, Brock, too, because you learn so much and you have such a good heart, bud, and you were out there looking for your friend, and you were really strong that day. And I know I was scared and I was sad, and I know that you were too, but you kept your strong face up. You're a really good friend, Brock, and you're a good kid. And I'm proud of you because even though people around you may not make good decisions, buddy, you do.
Excellent.
And so I'm so proud of you. I really am. You're a good kid, bud.
Excellent. I think we all definitely agree on that. Thank you so much. We'll get these certificates to you guys in the mail, so you'll have them pretty soon. And again, thanks for doing all you do to make Parker a great place. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next item on our agenda, which is our Parker Chamber of Commerce updates. And Kara, are you online?
Here we go. I am.
There we go.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Town Council, for having me this evening. It is definitely snowing now, so happy pre-winter. Over at the Chamber, we have a lot going on. We are doing some of our events in person now, Women's Forum, Business After Hours and such. But most importantly, coming up on September the 22nd, we are doing our candidate forum, as we have done in the past, where we are going to do a live feed courtesy of our wonderful Tom Barr that you all appreciate there. He'll be helping us in doing our candidate forum and streaming it live on Facebook Live on September 22nd for all the council candidates as well as the mayoral candidates. So looking forward to that, and just keep your eyes open to emails and Facebook postings on how to participate in watching that. We also have some great events coming up for the fall, October, November. So I'm not giving out secrets quite yet, but I just say keep your eyes open and you'll see some great things coming from the chamber. So you all have a great night and stay warm. Any questions?
Questions from council? No? All right, Kara, thank you very much. Stay warm as well and wash your hands.
Thank you.
All right, next up is our Downtown Business Alliance updates, and I think we've got Dennis online for that.
Yeah, hi, thank you, everybody. My name is Dennis Huspenny. I'm a secretary with the Downtown Business Alliance and the co-owner of Nerds to Go Computer Service, my lovely wife, Claire. I wanted to thank you, Mr. Mayor, and the Town Council members for giving us the opportunity to present on behalf of the DBA. And also, we'd like to thank the town staff for everything that they do, including meeting regularly with our membership. We wanted to report that the DBA is in the due diligence phase for some visual and entertainment enhancements to downtown. Similar to like entertainment decks in the parking stalls in front of 20 Mile Central or Victorian Peaks are being considered, as well as planters in front of Parker Station and the businesses on the west end. Our diligence team recently took a tour of downtown Castle Rock to observe their entertainment decks and decorative planters, and we took photos, measurements, might have had an adult beverage or two. And so we're going to continue to survey our membership in the affected areas and develop a plan in conjunction with the town staff, and hopefully look for a rollout of anything that we can develop in the spring of 2021. Our marketing team is hard at work to get a plan together. We've hired a professional, Michelle Tripp, and we're taking some proposals to do some marketing to boost to boost our downtown businesses as much as possible, since we can't have fundraisers or events like Wine Walk. We, like the Chamber, are about to roll out our annual candidates forum to allow Parker citizens to meet candidates for the mayor and town council. Details are going to be publicized shortly, but it'll probably be in October to steer clear of the Chamber's events. Not sure if anybody is aware, but we are in the political season. So we think it's appropriate to reiterate the DBA's position that we don't endorse any specific candidates. Our goal is to work well with any who are elected to promote a vibrant downtown as the crown jewel of Parker. Just real quickly, want to let you know we got Pikes Peak Drive all cleaned up in August, and our next street cleanup date is going to be a week from Saturday, September 19th. Anybody wants to join us at 9 a.m. in the parking lot of Music on Main Street, you're more than welcome to join us. And we have our regular members meeting the second Wednesday of every month. The next one will be tomorrow morning, September 9th. We do have, we can allow a couple people in the library room if you want to attend. Please text the word awesome sauce, that's all one word, to 22828, and you'll get a membership invite and also general memberships about information about the DBA and activities going on in the downtown area. That's it for the DBA. Are there any questions?
Council, any questions for Dennis? I don't see any. Dennis, thanks a bunch. Appreciate it.
Thank
Stay
you all
warm.
very much.
Wash your hands. All right, next up is public comment. These are general public comment items. If there was any submitted to the town by 5 p.m. today, they would have been forwarded on to council. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next item, which is reports, items, and comments from mayor and council. We'll go ahead and start with our remote participants. Cheryl?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Renee?
We had our PAR liaison meeting and the finance liaison meeting, and we're still working with Douglas County on the high needs work group regarding COVID. And that's all.
Okay, thank you very much. John Dyack?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple COVID-related phone calls with Tri-County. Long story short, numbers are looking good. Our incident rate has popped up to the low 60s, which puts us out of considering applying for the next phase, which is less restrictive. No deaths in August and September. That's a good sign. Also, the Douglas County Commissioners have rolled out or have considered rolling out a nonprofit grant program up to $10,000. There's going to be a town hall Wednesday night, so those nonprofits out there, if you have a desire to know a little bit more and potentially apply, please tune in. And that is all, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thanks a bunch. All righty here. Ms. Lewis?
As Renee said, we did have our PAR liaison meeting via phone call-in. That we just got a few updates that we'll get some more information about later. John and I also had our liaison meeting with Scientific and Cultural Scenario with Carrie Glassburn, and we went, I know it's going to be a surprise, but we really went over our hour time that was scheduled, so it was all Carrie's fault. They have some things that they've made adjustments to because of COVID and are working towards. One thing that's coming up pretty soon that we've not done before is, maybe Tuesday tacos and trivia.
Yes. You had me at tacos.
Where it'll be at Pace Center. The tickets are $40 for two people. That includes your dinner and your entry into the trivia, and they're giving cool prizes. It's general trivial knowledge. It's not just one subject matter. And I think there's 4 different times that they're going to be doing it.
Yeah.
And obviously it's on a Tuesday.
And just to interject, Carrie told us that we're one of the very few
Yes, I was
performing
about to
arts.
get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry, please.
No.
We're one of the very few performing arts centers who are actually trying to put on events. So Carrie has heard that from not only performing arts troops, dance troops, but also I think agents and stuff. So I think word out there is we're trying to bring our performing arts back to the citizens, and it's being well received there in the art and culture industry.
Even in the event center or even in the auditorium, there are several different ways for social distancing, and that limits the amount of people depending on how the groups come in. But Bill, in particularly, is working his wizardry on puzzle pieces once he knows what the groups are on the social distancing, because if you come in with your family or, there's 3 couples that come in together as a group, you're in one place and then things have to change around. So he's done an amazing job of plugging in people and working the puzzles out. And as John said, people are contacting Carrie because they've heard that we're trying to be open for business for our citizens to have some type of participation in events, from all over the metro area. They're getting calls at our Pace Center.
Sweet. Jeff?
Councilmember Pogan, I attended our Parker Foundation meeting last week, and we are looking to obviously reorganize that 501(c) to make it more easy to give money to the town of Parker and distribute it to correct programs and departments. And then I look forward to being at the DBA meeting tomorrow as their liaison.
Okay. Mr. Rivero.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Not much. Last week, I had the pleasure of all day Monday and part of the day Tuesday as I chair the Cherry Creek Water Basin Quality Authority, or Basin Quality Authority, sorry. We had a retreat, if you will. So 6 hours one day and 2 hours the next. And we talked about everything from point source to non-point source to land use to emerging issues. Commissioner Layton was there with me, along with Karen Johnson Councilwoman Karen Johnson from Castle Rock. So lots of fun discussion, learned a lot, and appreciate the organization. They do good work. So thank you.
Did y'all talk about your favorite word?
We did. We mentioned dendritic
Dendritic.
quite a lot, and you guys will be very happy to know that because of former staff member Jacob James' work, the state recognized our dendritic work that we did in Stroh and Hess Ranch, and they were very, very happy, and they wanted to learn more. So we are going to go through. Jake is the chair now at Lone Tree. He is the chair of our technical advisory committee. So I'll be working with the state to share what went well and how we did it, and how other towns and cities can move forward. So yes,
Fantastic.
very, very happy.
Fantastic. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and move on to item number 7. This is our consent agenda. Consent agenda items are considered to be routine, will be enacted by one motion and one vote, unless a council member asks to have something removed for further discussion. Ordinances on the consent agenda are for introduction only and cannot be removed for further discussion. So council, in front of you, you have consent agenda items 7A through 7C.
I move to approve consent agenda items 7A through 7C, please.
Second?
We have a motion from Josh, and then we have a second from Debbie. Council, please vote. And I'm going to say we have a new upgrade on our voting software, so it might take a few seconds to process through.
Just quit.
And I'm looking at Chris to see if her hair lights on fire. Who we missing, Chris?
Everybody's there. I just have to find the right button.
All right.
Probably green.
All right. Motion passes unanimously. Next item up is item number 8, public hearings. We have a public hearing for a tax and fee assistant program agreement for Havana Bakery. And Dr. Maloney, you're going to be the leader for us, correct?
Actually, if you could, Mr. Mayor, if I may.
Sure.
In an effort to protect the town from any conflict of interest, perceived or otherwise, I will recuse myself from any discussion on item 8. This item concerns a TAP agreement with a potential direct competitor in close proximity to one of my businesses.
Okay. Thank you very much, Josh. So Josh is going to be stepping out during this item.
So good evening, Mayor and Council. This item concerns Havana's Bakery and Cafe LLC. They submitted an application for financial assistance under the Town of Parker Tax and Fee Assistance Program. The Town Council is required to hold a public hearing before considering a TAP agreement for approval. Havana's is planned to be a single-story bakery and cafe with outdoor seating, serving authentic Cuban dishes, and allowing for the sale of alcoholic beverages from lunch to closing. Havana's will employ approximately 15 individuals when fully operational, with an estimated annual payroll of $370,000. The capital investment for this project is estimated to be $2.5 million. Annual sales are estimated to be $875,000 a year, initially growing to $1.5 million a year over 5 years. Havana's meets the following goals of the TAP program. It produces increase in sales taxes, provides new jobs in terms of employment, provides for the creation or enhancement of a unique downtown, and contributes to the diversity of jobs and employment opportunities. Under the TAP agreement, Havana's will receive 50% of the enhanced sales taxes generated by the project, and this would, of course, exclude the half-cent sales tax for Parks and Recreation, for a maximum of 3 one-year terms, and 50% of development fees, which include permit, plan check fees, construction use taxes collected by the town during the construction permitting process for the initial construction of this project. The maximum period of time of the TAP agreement will be 3 years, or until the maximum sum of $62,000 is shared, whichever occurs first. When that happens, the agreement will terminate. The applicant is currently working through the site plan process with the Community Development Department, and they hope to begin construction later this summer. That concludes at least my presentation, and I believe the applicant would also like to say a few words.
Okay, before we invite the applicant for a few words, council, do you have any questions for Mr. Maloney? Nope.
I do.
Cheryl, go ahead.
Yeah, could you clarify the cap financial amount of assistance that they're requesting?
$62,000.
Okay, it was not clear online here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, other questions for Jim? Nope. All right, Mr. Gregory.
Yes. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Okay. Yeah, I'd just like to thank the town council for supporting our new business here. We're looking forward to getting this going. And we're close to permitting here. So, anything you guys can do to help helps. And we appreciate it very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Jane. Since this is a public hearing, we'll go ahead and open it up for public comment at 7:25 p.m. If there's anyone here joining on the Zoom call, go ahead and use the raise your hand feature, and Danette will acknowledge you for public comment. There is a 3-minute time limit for all public comment. And Danette, do we have anybody?
Mayor, we do not have any public comments.
Okay, we'll go ahead and close public comment at 7:25 p.m. And I would entertain further discussion or motion, please.
I move to approve the tax and fee assistance program agreement for Havana Bakery.
Second.
Nice seconds.
We have a motion from Debbie and a second from Jeff. Council, please vote. Motion passes 5-0. Let me go ahead and grab Josh. Jeff, I think that was the first second you've ever made on a thing. I almost need a round of applause.
It might have been the second.
The second. All right.
So fast, you know.
All right, next item up is item 9. These are our ordinances. 9A is ordinance number 1.289.6 on second reading. This is a bill for an ordinance to approve the Second Amendment to the amended and restated cooperation agreement between the town of Parker, Colorado, and the Parker Authority for Reinvestment for Administrative Services. Mr. Maloney, please.
Mayor and Council, the Parker Authority for Reinvestment approved this Second Amendment at the August 17, 2020 meeting. The Second Amendment allows the authority to fund capital projects which are described in Exhibit A to the agreement that's in your packet, and for the town to construct these capital projects using the funds provided by the authority. I can report that on September 4th, Wells Fargo funded the 2 loans to the authority, $8.1 million for capital improvements to the Cottonwood area and $12.9 million for the Parker Central area. So under the agreement, the authority will provide the funds to the town, and the town will use the funds to construct the capital projects. The town will follow the town's procurement processes and use the town employees in order to contract for the completion of the capital projects. And the construction costs, contracts associated with the capital projects will, of course, be subject to town council approval.
Okay, thank you very much. Council, do you have any questions for Jim? Renee or Cheryl, if either of you have any questions, I see Renee's head shaking no.
No, I don't.
Okay, Cheryl doesn't either. We'll go ahead and open it up for public comment at 7:28 p.m. If there's anyone in the Zoom meeting wishing to address council on this item, go ahead and use the raise your hand feature, and Danette will acknowledge you.
There are no public comments.
Okay, we'll close public comment at 7:28 p.m., and I would entertain further discussion or a motion, please.
I move to approve ordinance number 1.289.6 on second reading.
Second.
We have a motion from Debbie and the third second from Jeff Toborg. Council, please vote. Motion passes 5-1 with the one no vote coming from Councilwoman Cheryl Pogue. Next item up on our agenda is item 9B. This is ordinance number 9.74.2 on second reading. This is a bill for an ordinance to approve the amended and restated establishing intergovernmental agreement for the Douglas County Housing Authority, a multi-jurisdictional housing authority by and among the city of Lone Tree, the town of Castle Rock, the town of Parker, the city of Castle Pines, and Douglas County. Bryce.
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. In 2003, the town entered into an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Lone Tree, town of Castle Rock, and Douglas County to create the Douglas County Housing Partnership. The Douglas County Housing Authority. The city of Castle Pines is not an original member because it was incorporated in 2007 after the initial IGA. In 2019, Castle Pines requested membership to the authority. The purpose of the authority is to advance the planning, financing, acquisition, construction, reconstruction or repair, maintenance, management, and operations of housing and programs to provide workforce housing opportunities for those in Douglas County. The proposed amendment would add the city of Castle Pines as a member of the authority. It would also include several updates to the IGA that address obsolete and outdated sections. As a member of the Douglas County Housing Authority, Castle Pines will have 2 voting directors and will contribute $35,000 annually, subject to budget appropriations. This is the same amount contributed by other municipalities, including the town of Parker. Staff recommends that Town Council approve ordinance number 9.74.2, approving the Douglas County Housing IGA amendment. As always, I'm available for any questions you may have.
Thank you very much, Bryce. Council, do you have any questions for Bryce? See none. Okay, then we'll go ahead and open it up for public comment at 7:31 p.m. if there's anyone wishing to address council on this item.
There are no public comments.
Okay, thank you very much, Danette. We'll go ahead and close public comment at 7:31 p.m., and I would entertain further discussion or a motion, please.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve ordinance number 9.74.2 on second reading. Sorry, Cheryl. She's a liaison. Give it to her.
Okay.
Second.
We had 2 motions, but one from Josh and one from Cheryl. Well, Cheryl, could you?
I'll rescind.
But I couldn't hear Cheryl's. Was that for approval, Cheryl?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. We have a motion from Cheryl, and we have a second from Renee. Council, please vote. Motion passes unanimously.
Sorry, Cheryl. Didn't mean to step on you there.
With no further business before council, we will adjourn at 7:32 p.m.